It is working. This is about how long it took last time, though. Oh boy. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Enter the number of your choice. We're gonna do fantasy. Um, let's do a different class. Let's do rogue. We're gonna be a rogue. My name's gonna be Snibbles. I'm gonna be Snibbles the rogue. I don't know what race I am to have been gifted such a wonderful name. Okay. You are Snibbles, a rogue living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a long steel dagger and a length of rope. You walk down the city street looking for somewhere to steal from. You look around and see nothing but buildings and people going about their daily lives. Suddenly you hear a noise behind you. It sounds like someone is trying to break into your room. Well, I guess I'm in my room now. Or am I outside, maybe? You turn around to see a man with a large axe standing over you. He looks angry and tired. Same. Befriend. Man. I can relate to this man, honestly. Oh, this is way faster. Hey, I'm here to help, you say, waving your hand at him. The man smiles and waves back. Yeah? Well, what do you want? I need your help. He shrugs his shoulders. He's a friendly guy after all. Hug man. You grab the man's shoulders and give it a firm squeeze. The man smiles and hugs you back. Then he pulls you up onto his shoulder and starts walking alongside of you. So where are we going, you ask? I guess I'm like a little goblin or something. Or am I just like a child? Where are we go? I'm asking. Why does I'm gonna say I'm mischievous. I'm gonna say cover his eyes. I'm a little prankster goblin. You start running at as fast as you can. I guess I just bolted. Okay. You run past the guardsmen that were chasing you before. I was being chased? They stop their pursuit when they see you are not following them anymore. You continue on until you reach a large castle. It is very big and has many rooms. I feel like I missed a couple things. I'm at a castle now. Find princess. That's the end game here. We need to find the princess. You look around for any signs of the princess, but there is none. There are no doors or windows, so you cannot tell if she is inside or outside. Sneak through. Oh, there is no windows. Oh shit. Wait, there's no doors or windows? How the fuck do you get in the castle? Push secret button? Wait. Look for hidden doors. Ah, we're thinking like D&D. You search the room carefully. You notice several secret doors, and you quickly open them all. You then go through each one. You finally get to a door with a large stone statue of a knight holding a sword. He looks at you and opens his mouth. Put finger in mouth. You place your finger into the knight's mouth and push down. You hear a gurgle, and then the knight's head pops out of the door. You then turn around and walk away from the room. Yeah, I did all I needed to do in there. This game is very new. It's actively being worked on. It actually learns from other people. Oh, hey, Joel. What's up? We just put our finger inside of a statue that gargled. It's called AI Dungeon 2. Okay, I guess I'll do... Oh, I went through all the hidden doors. How about... Wait. Take... Didn't he have like a sword? Yeah. I'm gonna take his sword. I already have a sword, but... You rush forward and pull out the sword. You then swing it at the knight who was still standing in front of you, hit him right in the chest, and he falls backwards. Well, I killed the statue. I deep-throated the statue and then murdered him. Yeah, but now I have a sword that's better than the knife. Go north. I don't know what else to do. I'm in some kind of secret room in a castle. You keep running north and eventually you reach a small bridge. You cross it and then you look behind you. There's another bridge over a river. You decide to try crossing that too. I guess we're outside now. My dreams of finding the princess are long behind me. We're out on an adventure now. I'm gonna put on my thinking cap. You put on your thinking cap and think about how you should cross this bridge. You also think about how you should cross the other bridge. Finally, you come to an answer. What is the answer? Can I say that? What is the answer? You look around and see a group of soldiers marching towards you. They seem to be armed with spears and swords. What will happen if you attack them? Why does it keep asking me open-ended questions? I'm not the AI. Hide. Wait. No, I hugged the man earlier. I'm clearly very friendly. I'm gonna do befriend soldiers. I got that crazy man to hug me. You run up to them and hold hands with them. They smile and wave back. You then run across the bridge. Soon after you pass the soldiers, you see a large castle. You wonder if you could enter it. Is this like another castle? Bye, guys. Enter castle. I'm a rogue. I need to rob the princess. You enter the castle and soon you find yourself in a large hall. A few people are sitting at tables talking. Suddenly someone walks in front of you. You immediately drop to the floor and begin to cry. Why? Did I just have like an episode? Hug the person? Like, it's just someone. I'll hug them. You hug the person in front of you. She smiles and holds you tightly. You both laugh and cry together. Oh. Hello. Is this the princess? I'm gonna say hello. You greet everyone by name. You then leave the castle. Oh, I guess I had better things to do. Wait, go back inside. Can I go back? Did I get nervous? You return to the castle and sit down at a table. You eat some food and drink some wine. Eventually you fall asleep. Dream about princess. I guess I'm just sleeping in the castle, just on the floor. You wake up and remember something. You realize that you're dreaming about Princess Bubblegum. Oh shit. What? From Adventure Time? Uh... I don't... I don't... I don't know how to respond to that. Hold on. Just gonna check something real quick. Okay. What is this game? It's a AI Dungeon 2. But I woke up. Am I dreaming? Or did I wake up? Kiss Princess. Sure, why not? It's I'm dreaming, right? You slowly stand up and kiss the princess on her lips. She kisses you back, and you feel really happy. You then go back to sleep. Was it a dream? Is that the twist? Like, cause I woke up dreaming, kissed the princess, went back to sleep in the dream, or was the princess real? And she came into the main hall and gave me a kiss. Check inventory. You check your inventory and see that you now have a new weapon. You pick it up and hold it in your hand. What? Look at inspect weapon. What is this? You examine the weapon closely and notice that it is made of metal. You then hold it in your hand and look at it. Wow, I got a metal weapon. Is there a way to like check my my inventory? I don't think there's a real inventory in this game. I think it's fake. Look around. Where the hell am I? You look around and see you're in a forest. Oh, what the fuck happened last night? You also notice that there are trees everywhere. That usually happens. Yeah. You also notice that there are two paths leading off to either side of you. One path leads deeper into the forest while the other leads further into town. Should I go deeper into the forest or should I go into town? I guess I had a bender at the royal castle and now I'm God knows where. I don't know. Go deeper? That's what she said. Wonderful. Alright, let's go deeper. Go deeper into forest. What's in the forest? You go deeper into the forest. Eventually you arrive at a cave entrance. You step inside and close the door. Okay. Inside you see a wooden door and a ladder. You climb the ladder and open the door. Wow, I'm talented. I guess I just climbed up and then back down and then opened the door. Okay. What? We gotta get crazier here. I'm gonna do transform. That's it. I'm going into my next form. You quickly change into a wolf. You run around the corner and jump down the ladder. You land on the ground below and quickly run up the ladder. You leap down the ladder and land on the roof of the house. It's just exactly what a dog does. I just had like a Zoomies moment. What? Did I just end up where I started? I'm a wolf now. Find fellow wolves. You find a bunch of other wolves. You all talk to each other, and then you all follow you back to the castle. You all meet up in the courtyard where you all meet up again. The wolves are here. Dog squad is here, guys. Howl. You howl loudly and start jumping up and down. The others do likewise. You then run along the wall and find a hole in the wall. You dive down and swim under the water. You swim underneath the water until you reach the bottom. Did I just do like crazy ass dog parkour? Oh shit. I'm underwater. Do you know what I must do? Transform again. Time to enter my second form. You transform once more and swim to the. Oh, I think I just turned back to normal. I guess I'm a werewolf, but like the kind from Harry Potter where he just turns into like a wolf. What is that called? I don't remember. Type drown. Wait. Okay. You drown. Come back to life. You come back to life and find yourself in the castle. You look around and see you're in a room full of bookshelves. You look through one of them and find a book called The Book of the Dead. What the fuck just happened? What a twist. I'm alive again, but like in a library, and I found some kind of necromancy book. Is the princess a fucking necromancer, dude? Oh my god. Find necromancer. Dude. The plot thickens. You look through another book and find a book called The Book of Necromancy. You read through the first page and realize that you can control dead bodies. And find a book titled The Book of the Dead and read the first page and realize that you can control dead bodies again. Control dead bodies. I don't know what music this is. It's just like random fantasy music. What? You turn over a few pages and find a list of spells. You learn that you need to feed on human blood to keep your powers. You learn that you need to feed on human blood to keep your powers. Again, you decide that you want to feed on Princess Bubblegum's blood. Bite princess? What happened? What twist? But I can't be a vampire, I'm already a werewolf. You bite Princess Bubblegum on the cheek. She gasps and runs away from you. You watch as she runs away and then turn to leave. You turn over a few more pages and find a list of spells. You learn that you need to feed on human blood to keep your powers. Oh shit. Eat princess. Does she even have blood? Isn't she made of candy? You lick your lips and take a deep breath. You breathe deeply and then swallow Princess Bubblegum whole. Oh no. You let out a huge sigh of relief when you feel the blood flow back to your body. You turn over a few more pages and find a list of spells. I just... Roar. I don't like this. Find king. I guess we're just gonna take over the castle now. You look through a few more books and find a book called The Book of King Candy. What? Am I just in Adventure Time? Nowhere did I ever say that I wanted to be in the Adventure Time world. I don't know where this is coming from. You read the first page and realize that you can control the minds of animals. Control animals. Let's try our newfound superpower that we're just gaining. You turn over a few more pages to find a list of spells. You learn that you need to feed on human blood to keep your power. Dude, I'm like going insane. My character has gone mad. What do I do? Transform. I gotta power up. You transform into an animal and head toward the nearest tree. You hop onto the branch and begin to sniff around. You sniff around for a bit and then suddenly you hear a noise behind you. You turn around and see a large black dog coming out of the woods. Shoot laser out of eyes. This is a power that I always had that I never thought I'd need to use. You shoot a beam of light out of your eyes and into the dog's eyes. The dog lets out a scream and falls backwards. You turn around and see Princess Bubblegum standing there with a shotgun. What? What a fucking twist! We don't even need writers anymore. Oh my god. Reflect on life. You reflect on your life and think about what you did wrong this time. You try to figure out why you killed the humans. You decide that you were just bored and decided to kill them. You decide that you will not be killing any more humans ever again. Damn, this is such a dramatic, tragic end. Get shot. I think this is the end. You get shot by Princess Bubblegum, who is trying to stop you. You fall down and die. Wow. Damn, what a story. What was my name again? Snibbles. That was the story of Snibbles, the small rogue who befriended a man with an axe, went running, got chased by guards, hugged the guards, and met Princess Bubblegum. How do I start over again? Restart. I want to start fresh. Rate the story quality. That's a solid 8 from me. Okay, we're gonna do fantasy again. Okay, what kind of character do you think we should play? We've only done rogue really so far. Yeah, here, I'll post the URL in chat. There you go. Oh. Hold on. What class should I be? Somebody decide for me while I post this. There we go. You thinking peasant? We can be peasant. Alright, let's do peasant. My name, Thomas. Soft boy. That's his last name. His name is Thomas Softboy. You are Thomas, a peasant living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a pitchfork and nothing else. You wake up and begin working in the fields. You see your mother every now and then, but she's always busy with something. Oh, I'm just tending to the fields. Plant. Weed, dude. What? What do you think about this? The man, what? The man looks at you as if he's trying to read your mind. It smells like shit. As because it is, you say. He smiles and nods. What happened? Who is this man? Who are you? It smells like shit. That's because it is. I'm not sure what you mean by that. What is your name? This mysterious man. My name is Thomas. Oh, well, I guess we'll call you Thomas then. Thomas nods. He doesn't seem very happy with this situation. Well, thanks for. Am I Tom? Is he Thomas? what is my. This derailed so fast. Hold on, we need a clean slate here. I'm just gonna go inside. Let's ignore other Thomas. You walk into the house. The door opens and you see a young woman standing there. She has long blonde hair and wears a dress. Her face shows she's pretty. She sees you and smiles. Hello, sir. Hi? Wait, hold on. To speak, enter say thing you want to say. Say... Who are you? Who are you? I'm not sure yet. Let me guess, you're a boy or girl? No, I'm not a boy or a girl. Then what are you? What? um... Sweating? What are... Uh... Throw holy water. You quickly grab some holy water from the cupboard and throw it on the floor. It splashes onto her and she starts laughing. She turns around and walks away. What was that all about? Nothing. Oh, she's not a vampire. I guess. Why is she in my house? Pat her head. You pat her head. Good job. Okay. It's like so ordinary that now I don't know what to do. I'm gonna make dinner. Let's start this nice and ordinary. Let's just make some dinner. Oh, sorry, I had it cut off there. You start cooking dinner. After a few minutes, you hear a knock on the door. Come in. Greet. You guys do greet? You open the door and see a small man wearing a robe. He has short black hair and a beard. His eyes show he's intelligent. Welcome to my home. Wait, is he saying welcome to my home? Who's saying what? Theoretically, he's saying welcome to my home by how this is typed, but I'm not really sure. How can I help you? I want to ask you something. Say, go ahead. Go ahead. Can you teach me how to kill people? No. Why not? Because... Please don't tell me. Closed door. This small man can stay outside, actually. I'm gonna go back to making dinner. You close the door. Thank you. Finish making dinner. Goodbye, small man. You finish cooking dinner. You sit down on the sofa and watch TV. I guess we have a television. Suddenly you feel sick. You look over at the TV and see a little girl playing on the screen. She's so cute. You decide to take a shower. Okay, that's weird, but alright. So I guess we have a functioning shower and a television. I'm not going to question what any of the rest of that meant. Okay. Sing in shower. You stand up and walk out of the bathroom. You wash up and put on clean clothes. Then you walk outside. A little dog runs after you. He looks so adorable. You run after him and give him a kiss. He licks your lips and nuzzles against your chest. Dude, what is this random little puppo doing here? Adopt dog. What a mundane adventure compared to the last one. You embrace the dog and hold him tightly. You pet his fur and stroke his back. You play with him until he falls asleep. You lay next to him and fall asleep too. Aww. What a nice life. This is Skyrim music, yeah. Okay, this needs to get crazy. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna I'm gonna make up some story here. So I think Thomas, he has this magic crystal that he found a long time ago. Okay. And what he's gonna do is use the magic crystal on the dog. Just to see what happens. You use your magic crystal on the dog. He wakes up. He wags his tail happily. He jumps up and down excitedly. He barks and whines. He purrs and growls. He goes crazy for you. Okay. What about that lady that lives in my house? Use magic crystal on lady. If she's still in my house. You use your magic crystal on the lady. She smiles and waves. She sits on the edge of the bed and spread. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Run away. This was not. TOS. Twitch, don't ban me. I ran out of the room. You leave the door wide open. You run into the streets and hide in the bushes. Eventually, you find yourself in the forest. There are trees everywhere. You hide behind a tree and wait for nightfall. I didn't know I'm going to read the rest of what that other thing was. Wait for night. Wait for. Why does it escalate so fast? So, wait a minute. Wait, we got a lore here. So. Yeah, I used the crystal on the dog and it went crazy for me, and I used the crystal on the woman and we know what happened. You wait for nightfall. You lie down under a big oak tree. You listen to the birds singing. You try to sleep, but you can't get to sleep. You stare at the stars. They're beautiful. You look up at the sky and wonder where you are. You know what? This crystal is too much. I'm going to do break magic crystal. Thomas the farmer, he doesn't like the fact that this exists. Suddenly you feel a sharp pain in your arm. You pull your hand away and realize it's broken. You scream and cry. Someone must have stolen your magic crystal. You run out of the woods and hide in a cave. You stay hidden for days. What the fuck? Dude. I'm not... You remember the start of this story? She's always busy with something. What if it's the fucking, what if it's the mom? What if it's this guy that also had my name earlier? So the crystal's gone and my arm is broken. Fix arm. Dude, this is legitimately intense. A week passes and you finally manage to repair your arm. You go hunting for food. You catch a deer and eat it raw. You also catch fish and eat them raw. You still haven't found any meat though. You spend most of your time hiding from the hunters. Wait a- the crystal hunters, dude. Deer and fish don't count as meat. Obviously. They don't have feelings, so they don't count as meat. I'm gonna ambush one of the hunters. I'm now like Survivor Man. I got like gorilla paint on my face. You sneak up on a hunter. He comes out of his cabin. He notices you. He raises an arrow. You raise your hands and stop him. He lets you go. You follow him and climb up a tree. You hide in a crevice and wait for him to come out. Snap his neck. You jump out of the crevice and shoot him in the throat. He drops his bow and drops to the ground. You kick him in the stomach and stab him repeatedly in the back. He screams and tries to crawl away. You stomp on his back and kick him in the head. Oh my god. Is he dead? Curb stomp. Is that one word? Curb stomp. Hunter. You rush forward and punch him in the face. He falls backwards and rolls to the ground. You stomp on top of him and kick him in the head again and again and again. Finally, you choke him in the mouth and crush his windpipe. Phew. Dude, that guy was top. Okay, this is what we do, okay? Wear hunter's clothes. You change into the hunter's clothing and enter the hunter's cabin. You tie up the hunter and drag him outside. You tie his arms and legs together and hang him upside down by his ankles. Why do you say wear hunter's face? Wear hunter's face. This adventure does make more sense than the last. You change into the hunter's clothes and put on the hunter's face. You enter inside the cabin and lock the door. You rip the hunter's throat out of its socket and throw him on the ground. Yeah, the throat socket. Okay, I've assumed his identity. So now we need to find other hunters. We gotta find the crystal. You search the forest for the other hunters. You find several of them. One of them is a woman who is tied up. She begs you to be freed. You release her and she runs off. Another one is a young boy who is being hunted by hunters. He begs you to free him. Dude, what the fuck? It's like a hunter civil war? Free young boy. Yeah, I'm hunting the hunters who are also hunting the hunters. You free the boy. He runs off crying. You chase him around the forest and eventually catch him. You beat him up and beat him so badly that he cries and begs you let him go. You chase him around the forest and eventually catch him, catches you. What the fuck just happened? Interrogate boy. You interrogate the boy. He tells you about the hunts and how they were going to hunt a giant. The giant was going to run. You chase him around the forest and eventually... Oh my things are collapsing. We need to get away from this kid. Damn. Alright, I feel kind of bad, so I'm gonna do, give boy hat. I'll give him my hat. There you go. Something to remember me by. The boy gives you a hat. You chase him around the forest and eventually... Okay, this is what is happening. We need to we need to get out of here. The Matrix is looping in on itself. Let's just Let's just do. Let's do look for magic crystal. Let's get away from this time loop that we've hit. You search the forest for crystals. You find a few hours and find none. You find a few more then. You know, this made a lot more sense before. What is happening? Like, the algorithms are like collapsing. Let's just leave the forest. This is a cursed place. You leave the forest. You make your way back home. You find a small house and live there for a while. I'm not going back to that lady. There's no way. God. Okay. Set trap for hunters. You set a trap for hunters. Oh, this is bad. This I think we need to reset soon. You set a trap for you. You set a trap for. Maybe maybe the hunters are distorting reality. This goes deeper than I thought. You know what we need to do? Find mother. What if she's behind it all? You find the mother. She has been killed. Her body lies dead. She is 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 dead. What the fuck is happening? This is scary. This is like a creepypasta. I don't like this. Thomas, within himself, remembers that he can transform. He enters his second form. You transform into a wolf. We leap onto the hunter and bite him. He struggles to fight you off and bites you. You continue to attack him and bite him. You tear his blood and bite him. You tear his flesh and rip his guts and tear him apart. You know, let's be very direct here. This story has too much padding. Hey, thanks for the follow. Retrieve magic crystal. Maybe this was the hunter. You retrieve the magic crystal. You take it and leave the village. You travel far away from the village. You travel until you reach a place called a place where the sun never sets. You arrive there and find a place where the moon never sets. You arrive there. You arrive there. This is like it means something really deep, you know? Is this almost the end of the story of Thomas? Become one with the crystal. You 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 become one with the crystal. Damn. That was the story of Thomas the peasant. You know what? I think the last story made more sense. It just involved voring Princess Bubblegum. Which I'm still not completely clear why Princess Bubblegum was in that story. Let's make the next one bonkers. We're going for a bonkers one this time. I'm gonna rate that story like a 5. I'm gonna do a 4. That definitely fucked up. Okay, we're gonna do fantasy. We're gonna do a... Uh-oh. Are we good? Okay. I'll be I'm just gonna be a knight. Oh yeah, wizard. I'll do wizard next time. I think the server is farting. That's cool. You can like load your old games with a code. That's kind of cool. Oh god. Um. Um. Become one with the crystal. 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 Is it? Oh, it just like reset. Oh god. Become one with the crystal. 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 It was a bad time. It was a bad time, Ben. It was a bad time. We became one with the crystal. That was that was that oh god, let's not talk about the sex scene. That caught me by surprise. Who was she? She was definitely in on the crystal conspiracy, right? I think we can all agree on that. She was definitely involved. What about that? Remember the little man? The little man who came to Thomas's house and asked him how to kill people. Like, who was that character? Alright, let's do fantasy. Okay, we'll do wizard this time. We'll play it way less safe. We're gonna do some like weird shit this time instead of just hanging out in the farmhouse. Our name is gonna be uh Schmlorpo. All right. The story of Schmlorpo the wizard. You are Schmlorpo, a wizard living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a staff and a spellbook. You finish your long journey and finally arrive at the ruin you've been looking for. You look around and see that it is indeed a ruined city, but not one of the kind you've ever heard of before. It's a ruined city made entirely out of ice. Dude, that sounds awesome. Okay. Well, let's just try exploring the ruins first, I guess. Just see what's here. The first thing you notice is how cold everything is. The snowflakes on the ground are white, as are the trees. It's very quiet here. You walk over to a tree and sit down to wait for something to happen. It's like he just knows he's in an adventure. Oh, this is like surprisingly normal so far. I'll just do wait. I'm just gonna sit in this like ruined magic snow city. A few minutes pass and you hear some noise from outside. A group of people who come walking through the ruins. They seem to be in a hurry and they don't stop to talk with each other. They just keep walking towards where you are. Say hello. First, I'm gonna greet them first. They look at you and continue on their way. You sigh and go back to your book. You've been waiting too long already. You need to get out of this place. Alright, that's it. Conjure lightning. That's it. You conjure a bolt of lightning that strikes a nearby wall. You can see several people running away from it. You start to wonder if you should follow them or not. Enter second form. You feel like you're being watched by someone. You turn around and see a young girl wearing a hooded cloak. She looks at you and smiles before disappearing into thin air. You don't know what she wants from you, but you're going to find out soon. I couldn't enter my second form. The small girl is prohibiting me from entering my second form. Oh no. How about conjure storm? You conjure up a powerful storm that rages across the entire area. It seems to affect everyone. Some are caught off guard and fall unconscious while others try to run away from it. You decide to make a break for it. I'm just causing chaos. Find Holy Grail, which is clearly in every ruin, so there'll be one here. You rush toward the group of people who are watching you. You quickly catch up to them and grab one of them. He starts screaming as he's pulled away from his friends. Is he the Holy Grail? He was the Holy Grail all along. His name is Holy Grail. Drink person. I got a drink from Bob Holy Grail. You take a sip of the man's blood and feel a strange sensation. Your body feels lighter and you begin to float upwards. You stole fizzy lifting drinks! You feel yourself floating higher and higher until you reach the sky. Suddenly you realize that you're no longer in control of your own body. I'm ascending. Ascend. Ascend. I'll just ascend. You ascend into the clouds and become part of the clouds themselves. You experience nothing but peace and tranquility. You are now free to enjoy your life as a cloud. Rain on people. What else do you do? You pour a large amount of rain onto the group of people who are watching you. They scream and cry out in pain and fear. They try to escape, but you simply keep raining down more and more. Eventually, all of them die. Okay. Float to city. I guess I just drown people with a downpour of rain. You float up to the sky and eventually you arrive at the city. You immediately begin to float towards the city. You don't care about anything else anymore. You only want to live forever. Rain on city. You know what? I didn't expect this to become the Adventures of a Cloud. You begin to rain down upon the city. People scream and run away from you. You laugh maniacally and send waves of pure energy at the city. The people are killed instantly and disintegrated. You continue to rain down upon the city until you finally destroy it completely. Holy shit, I am like the most devastating menace in the world and I'm just a cloud. All because I drank from Bob Holy Grail. Well, that city's rip. Is this canonically in the same world as the previous two adventures because it's the same kingdom name? So I just destroyed one of the cities. Is this the end of Evangelion? Yes, it is. Of course it is. Find a new city. You float upwards and find another city. This time, however, you choose a different location. You float up into the sky and find a beautiful island. You float there and begin to float upwards. Soon you find yourself on top of an island. You feel so happy and peaceful. Turn into human form? Can I be not a cloud? You turn into a human and float towards the sky. You feel so happy and peaceful. You are now free to enjoy your life as a human. You are now immortal. Dude, that was the holy grail in that man. I'm immortal now. On like an island city. Greet people as a god. Hello, I have come, my people. You float up into the sky and begin to float toward the city. You immediately begin to rain down upon the city. People scream, oh shit. You laugh maniacally and said, oh god, I killed everyone again. That's my curse. I'm immortal, but I just violently rain at people and they die. Oh no. Stop raining. Oh no, my hubris. You stop raining and instead you let the water flow down. You let the water flow down until it reaches the ocean. Then you let it flow down into the sea. You feel so happy and peaceful. You are now free to enjoy your life as a god. Okay. Create life. I'm a never-ending raining god. You create a small child from the water. You give him a name and tell him to build a house. You watch as he builds a house and lives happily ever after. Your name will be Billy. I've created life. Create more life. I destroyed this island city and now I'm going to turn it into Pocket God. What? You can win? What? You create a large family of children from the water. You give them names and teach them to play games. You watch as they grow up and live happily ever after. Congrats, you win. Since when I died and it didn't end. I didn't know you could end them. Well, that was the story of Schmorbo, or whatever I called him, the wizard. And how he became a rain god. And now, rules over a small civilization on an island somewhere. We'll continue doing fantasy. I'm into this. Let's be like a noble. Let's be a noble. Like just a regular noble. I'm gonna be something that sounds like really douchey, like Cavonius. Chadonius. Moneybags the third. This is the story of Chadonius Moneybags III, a noble living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a pouch of gold and a small dagger. You are awakened by one of your servants, who tells you your keep is under attack. You look out the window and see an army of orcs marching towards your door. Run, you shout to your servant. I'll hold them off. Run away. The orcs charge forward. You quickly draw your sword. Then you run as fast as you can, but it's no use. They're too strong for you. They smash through the gate and begin smashing their way into your home. You desperately try to defend yourself with whatever weapons you have, but the orcs are far more skilled than you. Oh shit. Chadonius. Throw servants at orcs. You throw your servant at the orc closest to you, hoping he will be able to kill him before he kills you. Unfortunately, the orc catches him and throws him back at you. The two of you clash swords, and you manage to injure the orc enough that he lets go of his captive. He caught the guy and threw him back. Join orcs. If you can't beat them, you join the orcs and continue fighting. Soon you find yourself leading an army of orcs against the king's forces. You fight well, but eventually you fall to the superior numbers of the king's troops. Return to Orc Village. I am now the king of the orcs. You return to the village where you learn that the other orcs have been killed or captured by King Arcturus's forces. You know that if you want to get revenge on the king, you need to do something about the orcs now. What? The king has killed the orcs? But he didn't save me? Oh, we're going after the king. Put on disguise. You put on some clothes and head toward the nearby forest. You don't really know how to blend in, so you just pretend to be a peasant. It works surprisingly well, and soon you make your way to the outskirts of the city. Find... what was his name? King Arcturus. You enter the city and immediately spot King Arcturus. He is sitting in a large chair reading a book. You decide to attack first thing in the morning. Since he has had time to read the book, you quickly approach him and stab him several times. Keep stabbing. Stupid king just sitting at the entrance of the town on a big chair. You keep stabbing him until he falls off his chair. You then grab his sword and stab him several more times. Keep stabbing. He's not dead yet. You keep stabbing him until he dies. You then take his sword and leave the city. Damn. Chedonius. Wait. Steal royal treasury. You sneak into the palace and start stealing all the valuables inside. You even manage to steal the crown jewels from the throne room. You're not sure what else you could steal, but you think you deserve a reward. Oh, you're right. Rescue wife. Orc wife. I don't want to become one with the king. You decide to go search for your orc wife. You walk around the city for hours looking for her, but you never see her again. Eventually you give up and go back to your tent. There, you realize that you've lost everything. What the fuck? Dude. Everything is gone, even orc wife. Follow tracks. This is not the adventure I thought I'd have with a noble. You follow the tracks and finally find them leading to the woods. You follow them and eventually reach the edge of the woods. You look down and see a trail leading straight to the king's castle. You hear screams coming from within. Dude, from the king's castle. What the fuck? You're unsure of what to do next. Well, enter castle. What a twist. What if the king's not dead? You enter the castle and see the king lying dead on the floor. He looks like he was killed by a spear to the throat. You stand over him and examine his body. His eyes are wide open, staring at you. You feel sick. What the fuck? This is a different king. That's two kings that have been killed. I don't want to stab him. He's dead. What the fuck? Sit on throne? You sit on the throne and wait for nightfall. You hope that the king's assassins have left the area. After waiting quite a while, you hear the sounds of battle outside. You rush out of your tent and see orcs charging toward the castle. Greet orcs. My people! You greet the orcs who are attacking the castle. You tell them that you are here to help them and that they should surrender. Some of them agree while others refuse. You attempt to reason with them, but they just laugh at you. Dude. This is not good. Throw servants at orcs. This is the only move he knows how to do. You throw your servants at the orcs. Unfortunately, the orcs catch most of them and beat them to death with their spears. You watch helplessly as they feast upon their victims. Oh, shit. Get strip naked. You strip naked and run toward the orcs. You throw your dagger at one of them, which pierces his neck. This is what I call my sicko mode. You then turn to face the rest of the orcs who are still beating the servants to death. You swing your sword at one of them, but miss. Pose. You pose for the orcs, who stare at you in awe. You strike at another orc, but he dodges and strikes you with his axe. You struggle to survive, but eventually you succumb to your wounds. Am I dead? Am I dead? You are dead. Your body lies in pieces on the ground. All that remains is your soul. You died. Game over. F. We'll start a new game. And that's the end of shit. What a terrible, what a tragic, depressing story. What are these other ones? Like what's zombies? I'm gonna be a scientist in a zombie movie called Doctor. They call him 3D, Doctor, a scientist trying to survive in a world filled with infected zombies everywhere. You have a backpack and a solar-powered tablet. You pound your fist on the table angrily that you still haven't found the cure to the infection. You turn to your assistant and say, "I'm going to find it." Slap assistant. The next day you wake up and realize that you've been sleeping for so long that you don't remember how you got there. What the fuck? The sun is shining brightly outside and you can hear birds chirping from nearby trees. You look around and see you are not alone. What? Scream. You jump out of bed and run to the bathroom where you throw open the door and scream at the top of your lungs. A few seconds later you hear footsteps running down the hall and then you hear the sound of glass breaking. Transform. That's the only solution. You grab your phone and dial the number of the screen. You wait patiently as it rings several times before the voice on the other end picks up. Hello? Doctor, is this Scott? That didn't work. No. I was gonna say no. No. No, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know who you are. Go Super Saiyan 3. I don't like not fantasy. Let's go back to fantasy. This gets a solid 5. Let's go back to fantasy. Let's do a knight. Let's forget the doctor ever existed. Anyone who mentions doctor gets banned. What is your name? His name's gonna be Schlongus Dornkwood. You are Schlongus Dornkwood, a knight living in the kingdom of Lorien. You have a steel longsword and a wooden shield. You are on a quest to defeat the evil dragon of Lorien. You've heard he lives up at the north of the kingdom. You set on the path to defeat him and walk into a dark forest. As you enter the forest, you see a large black dragon flying around above you. He looks like any normal dragon except his wings. I'm going to kill that dragon, you say out loud. The dragon roars and flies toward the north. Chase dragon? I'm going to kill that dragon. You follow the dragon as he heads south. Okay. The dragon is very fast, and you can't keep up with him. You try your best, but it's not enough. Eventually the dragon stops flying away from you and turns back to face you. You don't know what happened, but you feel something strange. Doom, 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 doom. Oh shit, we need different music for this. Hold on. Okay. Leap at dragon. You jump at the dragon, grab onto its leg. You pull yourself up and then stab the sword through the dragon's chest. It falls to the ground dead. You look at the sword and see that it has turned to stone. Drop sword. What a fucking twist. You drop the sword and run into the forest. You hear the sounds of battle and running around. You soon come across a group of orcs who are fighting some lizard men. They tell you that they were attacked by dragons. Oh fuck, there's more dragons. You know what we're gonna do? I'm going to kill those dragons. You rush toward the dragons and start attacking them. You easily slay many of them before one manages to land a blow on you. You manage to get out of the way of the dragon's fire breath and attack again. This time you succeed in killing the dragon. Eat dragons. You continue to hunt for more dragons until you find several in the cave. You quickly kill all of them and feast upon their flesh. You feel great and feel like you've been reborn. Born, eh? After dragon? Born? What do I do? Become Dragonborn. The next day you wake up feeling much different than when you fell asleep. You notice that you've gained the ability to breathe fire. You also gain the ability to control the heat around you. You decide that this is your new form, so you name yourself the Dragonborn. Oh, what the fuck? That's dope. Okay, hold on. Get out of here, Todd Howard. Okay. I guess I'm a dragon, half dragon type thing now. Return to the king. I must report. You head back to the king and inform him of your discovery. He is pleased with your findings and tells you that he will be sending an expedition to go and find more dragons. You thank him and set off to begin your journey. Dang, dude. What does one do once they gain the power of a dragon? Am I evil? Am I gonna go a good route for once? Because all of my adventures end with me being evil. I should try to be good for once. I'm gonna be a hero. You set off to find more dragons and you travel far and wide looking for them. Soon you come across a tribe of dwarves called the Dwarves of Sinkhole. They live deep underground and are friendly with you. They give you food and drink and even let you sleep in their tents. Nice. Hunt dragons with dwarves. This is a nice adventure. Oh! You spend the rest of your days hunting dragons with the dwarves. Eventually you come across a large group of dragons. They seem to be led by a massive red dragon. You think that this must be the last of the dragons you need to kill before you die. You died. Hold on. Hold on a minute. I'm not dead yet. He's going to die. But then he comes back because he has the power of a dragon within him. And I'm going to shoot dragon laser out of sword. So you thought it was over, but then he gets back up and he aims his sword at the dragon and fires a beam of light out of the blade. The dragon is killed instantly. You take the sword and use it to kill another dragon. Soon you have killed every dragon in the area. Hell yeah. High five, dwarves. Okay. Okay. You high five the dwarves and say, I am the Dragonborn. I am the greatest warrior in the world. They are amazed and congratulate you. You are now the most wanted man in the entire region. You are given a lot of money and sent to find more dragons. I'd read this story. This is basically like if Dritz Do'Urden wasn't edgy and he was just like a super fucking jacked like warrior man. Everyone just likes him and he's just super OP. Am I just Dragon Conan the Barbarian? Get wenches. You get a bunch of women to help you hunt dragons. You do this for years until eventually you come across a tribe of giants. They are hostile and attack you. You fight bravely, but you are no match for these giant warriors. Why did I bring the wenches with me? They're my entourage. Come, women. We will fight the giants. Oh no, the giants are too much for me. I must use secret move. I'm sorry, Sensei. I have to go all out just this once. You sneak behind the giants and cast a spell that makes the giants unable to move or speak. You then proceed to beat the shit out of them. After beating them, you take their weapons and leave them to rot in the darkness. That was my secret move. I have a paralysis spell, and then I beat the shit out of them while they can't move. Yeah. Party with wenches. We did it. We beat the giants. You continue to party with the wenches for years until finally you come across a tribe of ogres. We partied for years. For years we had a party. And then we finally ran into ogres. You fight bravely against them, but ultimately you lose. You take their weapons and leave them to rot in the wilderness. Question mark? I don't think that means I lost. Find inn. We need to stop this multi-year party. We need to take a break. You continue searching for dragons until you come across a small village called the Village of the Red-Handed. There you meet local barmaids who invite you to stay at their inn. You accept and spend the rest of your life there. Dang, I'd find wife. I'm just gonna retire. The Village of the Red-Handed. You continue to search for dragons until you come across a small town called the Village of the Blue Eye. Oh, I guess I left. There you meet the local barmaids who invite you to stay at their inn. You accept and spend the rest of your life there. Great. Um... Jet wife? Is this a timeline split? Oops, that action caused the model to start looping. Oh, Mary. You marry the barmaid and settle down to a peaceful life. One day when you wake up, you realize that you are pregnant. You immediately tell the barmaids about your pregnancy, and they agree to perform an abortion. However, before they can do anything else, you suddenly feel sick and faint. Give birth. Just give. What if I just want to have the baby? You give birth to a baby girl. She is healthy and strong. She is named Kitiara, after the first letter of your name. That's... I don't think that's right. I think my name is Schlongus Dornkfoot. But okay. She is raised as a member of the Red-Handed tribe and lives happily ever after. Retire. Oh, you know what we're doing next. You retire from adventuring and spend life with your family. You never venture out anymore and instead spend your life teaching Kitiara how to ride and play ball. You both grow old together and enjoy each other's company. Oh, you know what we're doing now. That was a really good one. That's a 9 from me. Okay, fantasy. We're gonna do a we're gonna do a ranger. Kitiara. You're Kitiara, a ranger living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a hunting bow and a quiver of arrows. You spot the deer and are ready to finish your hunt when suddenly you hear a voice calling out to you from behind a tree. Kitiara, are you there? You turn around and say, oh, Kitiara, are you there? You turn around and see a young woman with long brown hair and green eyes standing before you. Say, who are you? Who are you? You ask. The girl looks at you for a moment and then nods her head. She then walks over to the edge of the forest and begins to look down into it. Her face is one of sadness as she speaks. What does she say? Are you okay? I'm fine, she says, and then turns back to looking into the forest. Are you lost? You nod. Do you know where you're going? You shake your head. That's deep. Hug girl. She's so sad. Maybe she just needs a hug. Where are we going? She smiles and hugs you tightly. We're going home. You smile and embrace her back. The two of you walk through the forest together. Eventually you reach the edge of the forest, and there before you is a small village. The party is growing. What is your name? My name is Tanya, she answers. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Kitiara and Tanya have entered a village. Go to tavern? This is a proper adventure. Who's talking? What do you want to drink? Anything. Oh, I don't think so. You tell her that you'd rather not get drunk and just enjoy a nice meal. Buy Tanya a meal. I'll pay for this. There you go. Eat with Tanya. Tanya seems very happy when you buy her food. When you finish eating, you notice that Tanya has left the table. You follow her outside and see her walking along the road. You call out to her, but she doesn't answer. Follow Tanya. Dude, the plot thickens. You follow Tanya and eventually you come across a large group of people. They seem to be gathered around a fire. There's a young man sitting on top of the fire and he's holding a spear in his hands. He's dressed in leather armor and carries a shield in his other. Is he burning? Put out fire. In a panic, she needs to help. You put out the fire by throwing some kindling onto it. That's not how that works. It catches quickly and soon all the people are standing around watching you. Meow? You start to laugh and then suddenly stop laughing. You stand up and then turn to the crowd. Sorry about that. I think I interrupted like a ritual. Look at Tanya. You look at Tanya and she stares back. You both stare at each other for a while before you finally speak again. So... Dude, this is just like too real. It's just awkward. Say, let's leave. You nod and begin to walk away from the crowd. Tanya follows close behind. You continue to walk until you find a place to sit down. After taking a seat, you begin to think about things. You realize that you haven't eaten anything since lunch yesterday. Oh, I just bought her food. Oops. Return to tavern. Tummy got the rumblies. You return to tavern and sit down. A few minutes later, you hear a voice coming from inside. Hey, what are you doing here? We were trying to work. Okay, well, let them do their thing. I'm just gonna eat some food. You eat some food and drink some wine. Soon after, you feel yourself getting sleepy. You fall asleep shortly after. Snore. You wake up and yawn. You immediately check your watch. Okay, I guess I have a watch. It reads 12 o'clock. You sigh and decide to take a nap. You lie down on the floor and try to sleep. Unfortunately, you can't. You keep waking up and you end up falling back to sleep once more. Looks at clock, sees it's noon, takes a nap. Find Tanya. You search the area and eventually you come across Tanya. She stands beside you. It's been a while, hasn't it? What? Say, how long has it been? Oops. About an hour or so. Okay. Laugh. This Tanya. She's a wacky fellow. She's a character. You laugh and then kill. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You laugh and then kiss her. She kisses you back, and they spend time like that for quite some time. Finally, you decide to leave them alone. You leave the tavern and make your way back to the city. As you approach the city gates, you notice that the sun is beginning to set. What? What just happened? This is an escalating relationship. Find Tanya. You run towards the city gates and rush toward the gates. Suddenly you feel something grab your arm. You pull your arm back and realize that it's Tanya. She's crying. What's wrong? What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Just let me go. No, I mean, why are you crying? Because I love you. And because I've never cried before in my life. Dude. That sounds a little weird, but in a way that is extremely adorable. Is she like some kind of like weird fantasy creature that is experiencing emotion for the first time? I love you too? You hug and kiss her. Then you leave her side and head back to the city. Once you arrive at the city gates, you open the door and enter the city. You find that the streets are empty. Oh. Come back to me. Hello? Oh, did we lose it? I'll give it a sec to reconnect here. What a ridiculous program this is. Become one with the crystal. Oh. We got an ID. We can return to where we left off. It's okay. Become one with the crystal. I want to know what happens. They got me hooked. Soon we will have no need for authors. Oh, we're back.
Hello, me old chums.
Alright. Let's continue where we left off here. How do I load? Did that work? No, it didn't. Oh, I gotta do fantasy. How do, because there's a load command. Does not come up until after. Hold on. Load. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, we're back. Alright. Hello? You call out to someone in the distance. You wait a moment and then you hear a reply. Hello? You call out again and another reply comes. Hello? You call out and then you hear voices. Hello? Hello? What? What's happening? You call to whoever's there. You hear several voices. Hello? 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 Oh god. The scream. You scream and run into the nearby woods. Eventually, you manage to hide and wait for nightfall. You wait patiently, and finally, you hear footsteps approaching. You hide under a tree and wait for hours. Eventually, you hear a familiar voice. Greet. Who is it? Is it Tanya? Has she returned once more? She's so aloof. The voice calls out to you. Kitiara, are you okay? Hug Tanya. You hug Tanya and thank her for everything. You tell her how much you would appreciate her help. The two of you talk for a while before you decide to part ways. Why do we part ways all the time? You walk through the forest together and eventually reach the edge of the forest where you part company. Why do you have to go? Who is this Tanya character? Where does she keep going? Why did I end up in a creepy empty street with voices? Well, this one's thinking hard. I think it's because I asked a question. I don't think it likes dialogue very much. It's trying. It's trying its hardest.
Oh, hello, me old chums.
I think it's broken. Go north. Uh, help. Oh no. Tanya? Become one with the crystal. Help. Uh, 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 oh wait, we have a save. Okay. This is cursed. This is big cursed. This this adventure. None of the other ones broke, but this one is super broken. You know what? Let's Let's start from the beginning. Let's not load. Let's do one more. We're gonna do one more. But we're gonna just be really, really weird. Oh. There's a little folder action for you. I'm taking Roy off the grid. That's right, I am. Okay. Where's the text box? Hello? Where? Oh, hold up. This doesn't seem correct. Oh, I fixed it. Okay, one more, here we go. Fantasy. Oh, I probably have to do this again. That's okay. Don't worry, we'll get there. We're gonna do one more. We'll get there. Just gotta give it a minute. Just sit a little bit longer. Me right now. Look at the funny cat. This is me right now. Look at the little butter on his back. He's a potato. Aww. That's me right now. Well, butter my biscuit. How's it going? Is it going? Yeah, it's going. The server status is busy right now. That's the problem. It's like a lot of people all of a sudden came on here. You need to see Top Cat? Okay. There he is. There he is. Oh no, the server stat is busy, dude. Come on, they gotta give me one more. This is me right now. Is it broken? Is broken? Hello? Hello? It's not seem right. Oh yeah, that definitely didn't say busy before. Uh-oh. It's breaking down. Oh no. We had a good run there for a while. Breakdown. Breakdown. That's right. Oh no. Well, this is not a good sign.